It's a good roof right here. Look at this one. This is a nice clean roof. There's our condensing unit for the walk-in. For the record, this is not my stuff, I can tell you that right now, but let's take a look here. That's the doghouse for the unit. I like that. That thing's new. 2014. So somebody put a compressor in here. Okay, so downstairs, I already checked. The solenoid's energized. There's also a defrost timer down there. It's not off, it's on. So we got an energized solenoid and our unit's not coming on. And I just noticed something else right now too. Let's take a look at this. What the heck is this? Is that Twisto Flex? On the liquid line right there? Yeah, that looks like Twisto Flex. Maybe. No dingy. So, let's get a gauge on there and see what our suction pressure's at, see what the switch is at. Sometimes in the cold weather, they'll have this adjusted too high. The suction pressure control, and then it won't make when it's cold out. Well, let's see if that's what it is, or let's see if it's low on charge. Huh. I love finding stuff like this. This is epic proportions. Okay, so I just gauged up on the low side, and look it over here. That's our low side pressure. What I want to do is see where this pressure switch is set to cut in at. I hope that's making sense. So let's take a look. Okay, so if my eyes are working good here, and as you get older they tend not to, cut in looks like this thing's set at around 45 or 50. I'll see if I get the camera lower. Well, it's not going to make when it's this cold outside right now, so let me adjust that down. Oh, it says right here. That's a 134A compressor. Yeah, you don't want to set your cut in at 50 on 134A. It should be around 20. And you want it to pump down to about 1 or 2 PSI. So let's get this pressure switch adjusted. Okay, so now I got the pressure switch adjusted. The unit's on and running. And there's our suction pressure. Now our box is at 50 degrees. Looks like it could be bubbling, it could be clear. Let's take a look. Clear sight glass. Okay, so I made some adjustments to the pressure switch and I want to test it. So over here is the liquid line, king valve. I'm going to shut that valve off. I'm going to front seat it. I'm going to watch this unit pump down and see where it cuts out at, and then I open it and see where it cuts in at so I can get it adjusted correctly. The numbers on these are just a ballpark. They're not exact. And neither is my analog gauges for that matter. But hopefully I'll be close enough. I always bring the analog ones up. I don't know if you've seen in my videos when I go for troubleshooting. Because you never know when you're gauging up on a burnout or whatever the heck the case may be. And I don't know, you dump a bunch of money on those digital ones. I try to make them last as much as possible. I like to get them on there after the recovery, you know, like on the startup when it's running and you're checking it. So let's go ahead and see where this thing adjusts at. Okay, let's see where she pumps down and shuts off at. She's coming down the mountain. Gonna have to adjust that up. That's why you can't go by the labels on the switch. That's way too low. Put that screwdriver at. Yeah, right there. So even though she showed on a positive on the label, you have to check it with your gauge. Let me see. There we go. She needs to come up quite a bit. Let's give that a try. Okay. There she goes. This is where she shuts off at. Okay, so look at that. No matter where you adjust the cutout on this pressure switch, she just keeps running and running. Whack-a-doodly-doo. I gotta get a new pressure switch for this guy. And so while it's pumped down, I'm gonna bend up a new piece here too for this liquid line, because that thing's, look at this. Is that coming out on the camera? Pincho Twisto. Pincho Twisto Flex. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna bend up a new piece there. I'm gonna get a new pressure switch. Okay, so I got that off there. I'm gonna bend up a new piece. It is pretty good and pinched. Okay, on the back of my truck, I'm gonna bend up this, the new little piece. Got a couple new flare nuts. Reamer, bender, tubing cutter, a little bit of oil, tape measure, Sharpie. This is all it takes. Let's see if I can set this here. Get this. There's a little pencil reamer. Tape measure. 5. I wanted the bone at 90. You got that marked. Put this in your little bender. Mark goes on 45. Take that to 90. Beep. Come off the back of your 90. I was coming over 2.5 inches to my flare. Make a mark. Right. I'm gonna cut that. Cut that off. Okay, rammy. Okay, got her in the flaring block. I'm ready to make that flare. The nuts below it. Don't forget your nuts, man. There it is. That's all it takes. Okay. Remade our piece, new piece. I put new flare nuts on it. The dryer changed out. Now I'm going to install the new pressure switch. Get it all set up. This is the new pressure switch before I take it up on the roof. This one goes cut out is cut in less differential. So you have to set your cut in. We're going to set it around 20. So I want it to cut out at 1 or 2 psi, so my differential needs to be around 18, maybe 17. So we'll get this up on the roof, we'll get it set up. Okay, so I got her all nitrogenized, checking my connections. Better check this guy's work. I don't think it was low on charge before, but I need to check what I did for sure. Okay, nothing's bubbling at me, so that looks good. Now I'm ready for the vacuum pump. I had it pumped down, but I did open that up to the atmosphere. And here's how I do my vacuum set. I got this Yellow Jacket vacuum hose. One end of it has a 1/4 inch with the Schrader. Let's get that on there. The other end is the 3/8. Boing. you can go right on the big fitting on your vacuum pump. And then the 1/4" line off the vacuum pump is where I'll hook up the micron gauge. And it ends up looking like that. It's getting cranky down there. So it's just one hose and all connected up. So we're just pulling a vacuum from the low side around through the evaporator coil and the solenoid, and then back up to the top of that valve. Okay, let's check our cut in and our cut out. Cut in at 20. Cut out at about 1.5. Okay, I'm liking where that's at. Okay, so we're all done with this one. New dryer, fixed the liquid line that was kinked. Pressure switch. The original call was the box was hot. It was cold this morning. The original switch wasn't adjusted correctly, so it wouldn't bring the box on when it was cold. It was like at 50 psi cut in on 134A. And then when we went to adjust the old switch, it wouldn't cut out. So then it was sitting there running in a vacuum, which would kill your compressor. So we got the new suction side pressure switch all set in. It's on a pump down. We got it set, cut in at 20, cut out at 1.5, 2 psi. Got our dryer changed out, liquid line fixed up. And this guy's back and happy. And my ongoing theme, they're all multiple offenders, because they are. And so this little guy's back in action. All right, thanks for watching.